So we got the first romance movie that we're talking about here in 2024 on this channel. We got the movie Shining, for one thing, is a romance movie made from Chinese corporation and studios to be released here in the United States, spoken in Mandarin but with English subtitles. I knew nothing of this movie. I knew nothing about the backstory. All I knew was I was looking for movies to see in the weekend to review for you folks. I saw the poster. I'm like, yes, it's romance. If you guys know me, I love romance. Romance is the first thing that I will talk about. I knew that it deals with romance, of course, the guy and the girl, but I didn't know I was going to absolutely fall in love with it, even though it's from a different continent or side of the world. But this might be a big thing, but I feel like it's more better than a lot of American made films that are just copy and paste. But still, I had a great time with this and we're gonna talk about it right now. In terms of the romance movie, it also deals with supernatural aspects in terms of the space-time continuum, but I don't want to like spoil that for you. All I know, just telling you, is that I knew they were there based on the posters, because I'm like, there's blue neon lights, is something going on, is there like a borealis, is there a space thing? Which yes it does, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say why or how it's incorporated into the film. We meet a young guy in high school trying to get tickets to a Moon concert, but it's unfortunately cut short when the girl in front of him 2 minutes before he gets there gets the last 2 tickets. So the girl at the booth talked to her, she has the last 2 tickets left. So of course he tries to approach her, hey, you know, can I at least get one of the tickets? I want to go. But every time she tells him no, she cuts him and she just says, they're not for sale, they're not for sale, they're not for sale. So that's how the movie kind of starts. What starts off as a simple attraction quickly deepens its complexities and also awakens other forms of energies and vibes for them to come together. One thing to know, I didn't let the fact that it was spoken in Mandarin but also have English subtitles deter me from watching this movie. Of course, if you've seen on this channel, we went to go see a few weeks ago Godzilla Minus One. Now that movie from Japanese is amazing because it also deals with the human aspects of it but has English subtitles. Unfortunately for this, the only gripe that I really have with it is I don't care that it has subtitles. I'm open to the fact of that now. But the thing that really sucks is that I wish the subtitles were bigger. Now, Godzilla Minus One, the reason why it worked is, I mean, the movie is also beautifully made, but the reason why I could understand it more was because the subtitles were bigger and just the font sizes, it was just there, it was just letters. However, for this, it was smaller, and in terms, there's also symbols, so I don't know if it's kanji or katakana, I'm probably not saying that name right, or the symbols in terms of other like Chinese aspects, or maybe from Japanese. I couldn't understand it, but I just knew there were subtitles and it was a little bit smaller, so I'm like, maybe going a little bit bigger. Hopefully you guys can make it bigger. But still, this movie is not catered towards, I mean, yes, it's released in the United States, but still it's made in China, its production is in China, it's edited in China, it's just literally have English subtitles. But the one thing too, I really want to talk about this, you guys know that some of you don't know, I used to go to school to get my psychology degree. The reason why I say that is because I used to go to school to become a relationship therapist. I love romance, I love women, and it's weird because a lot of guys get stigmatized talking about romance, but with this movie, the characters, especially the guy and the girl, are fully realized and relatable. Of course, he likes the girl, he's in high school, he has that jitteries, he's like, I want to talk to her, I want to ask her out, I want to get the first kiss, but still, you see a different perspective in terms of the girl, how she views the friendship slash romance in the second part of the movie, which I don't want to spoil it to you, but I absolutely fell in love with it because usually in romance movies, it's just you follow either one or two of the couples in a certain type of way, but with this movie, with the movie cinematography accompanied with the score and the musical soundtrack, I absolutely loved what was going on screen with the characters and the dynamics of how he's approaching her, how she's relating to him in terms of like retaliation, telling him no, but secretly smiling at him like, you better come catch me. But still, you guys got to remember, I was open my eyes because this movie has different mannerisms, different cultures, references in Chinese. So it's filmed in China. There's different ways of like going after the girl, but still at the end of the day, guys, love is romance and there's not one language. Love is universal. You're either attracted to someone or you're not. What I mean by that, you can see someone for 3 seconds at a bar or wherever and you think, oh yeah, I'll kiss them, I'll date them, I'll do the nasty things with them. So it doesn't matter. Besides, I love Japanese people, I love Chinese people. So to me, I still find some of these characters attractive, but still, romance is universal. It doesn't matter if we can't understand, you know, as long as the actions accompanied with our characteristics of the features that we're trying to portray is worth it. Now, I will have to tell you, in terms of a typical romance climax formulaic structure, I did find similar themes and tropes. I mean, of course, I've been watching romance movies my whole life, but I didn't care because the production and the set designs and the music, like I said earlier, was enough for me to override like the formulaic stuff of romances. But still, when I say space-time continuum, that remixes that formula and puts it into perspective, because this is from a Chinese corporation, so they look at love and romance differently than Western audience do, like we do. But then I found out it's based on a TV streaming series, which I'm like, what? Literally, when the movie was starting, I was on my phone like looking at information, right? And I find out that it's tied to a TV streaming show series. I'm like, damn, am I gonna get spoiled? Which I don't think so, because on the synopsis says a young man and woman relive their high school days. So I'm like, relive, so what does that mean? Progressive? Is that a retelling? Is that just like a flashback sequences going into the past? So I still loved it, because it's still like the first meeting of them. He finds the girl, he looks the girl, he likes the girl, they go on dates, he tries to like romance her and woo her to go to the concert tickets. But still, that thing, the concert tickets, is a big thing, because you do see different perspectives, and that's what I really loved about it. Of course, I would be remiss not to tell you the main protagonists, of course, they have support characters, you know, their friends. Oh, like, how to go on the first day? What did she say to you when you said this? Like, what did this technique do when you did this? Of course, it does have the support group system, but still, they're not shown, and it doesn't go deeper as I thought it would. I mean, it's an hour and 47 minutes, but most of the time is on them. But I guess with the space-time continuum, with the different perspectives, I can understand why. But of course, probably for the TV streaming show series from China, I can see where have more time, since this didn't delve into them. It just really sucks that if you're like me, you're watching this movie for the first time, it doesn't go deeper like their friends. It's just about them too, which isn't bad, but still, of course I have to tell you this. I think we are starting this year strong with romance movies, especially from overseas, and I will absolutely look into more overseas romance movies, because if it's just an overseas and there's like no romance, I probably am not going to review it, to be very honest with you, unless it's like really big. But Godzilla did have romance. It did have romance, but still, at the end of the day, I'm going to give this a solid B. The characters are fully realized and relatable, and this movie was well thought out and provoking. And honestly, guys, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. With that, take care. Bye.